Hey!
No one ever disagrees.
Welcome,
Welcome
Americans.
to Perfectville. If you were not aware of this already, our theme song, Perfectville, written and performed by one Douglas Keir.
He sounds talented.
Welcome to Marital Hate.
Welcome,
We are
America.
a live interactive podcast. We're usually on Monday through Friday. And right there is our first interaction. It's our pal Tracy OG Lesby. Hello, peeps. Happy 201.
It's
almost a space odyssey.
200. Yeah, it's almost a space odyssey.
What's more of a space odyssey, the State of the Union address or our podcast?
Oh, Jesus Christ! I used to love watching those when I was like growing up, and now I can't even stomach it.
Hang on. What time is the State of the Union? Okay,
that's our.
I just want to know what time is my just answer. Like, why isn't that just
what day? It should be 8 o'clock.
Why do I have to 9 p.m.? It will be at 9 p.m.
Oh, he gets the people.
So if you would like to hear all the brilliant words of our current president,
respect the office. God damn it!
I respect the office. That's just why I have a problem with him. On WSG.com. By the way, there's like a wicked echo tonight, or am I just super baked?
It's just you.
I had to take cannabis oil during the day today, and then I took it again at like 6:45 or something. So hopefully that'll kick in soon.
Oh.
So anyway, we one thing that we're a live interactive podcast. If you comment along, that's like half the fun. Like,
we interact with each other.
Comment,
and if you comment,
and we put your comments up on screen. If you're on YouTube or Facebook, and I think Twitter, Instagram, we can see you, but your comments don't come up on screen.
No one can hear you scream,
and you're gonna get cut off at like 9 o'clock. They cut us off. Instagram's still working out the kinks. So anyway, it's
more of a suggestion that we should knock off at 9 and just keep it to a limit.
You people have horrified everyone enough for the year. Shut the fuck up. So anyway, we're here, and one of the things that I've been doing is trying to include some current events. And so some of the things that are going on, I'm not even really fucking sure of. I just went in with some hashtags. Like I was coming in hot with hashtags, and I don't really know. I've got to be honest with you, what any of them mean. So I'd like to, just shout out to everybody who supports our podcast. Couldn't thank you enough.
Thank you.
So I did hashtag
America
State of the Union because that's today.
And parts unknown.
And then hashtag RAP Steve. Who's Steve? And
Steve Lawrence. Steve Lawrence.
Who's Steve Lawrence?
He was an old Vegas like Rat Pack era singer with Steve Lawrence and his wife Edie Gourmet were a Vegas act and a Hollywood act and like old school.
And he was in the Blues Brothers.
He was like the agent that they go to see in the steam room and in the Blues Brothers.
He was in the Blues Brothers. He was in the Blues Brothers 2000. He was in Great Expectations.
That was great.
In 1998, he was in this, and he was in Nobody from 2021, but also soundtrack. 2.5 Men, Awake, Christmas Pageant, Haunt in Cleveland, The Cleaner, Diagnosis Murder, The Yards. I haven't seen any of these. Is my point. The Nanny, Frasier.
The Nanny. He was on. Steve has been everywhere.
Empty Nest, Bob.
Empty Nest.
I've just never heard of it.
I wonder if anybody has ever remembers Lucy, that other than me.
Sanford and Son.
Sanford and Son, everybody knows.
Ed Sullivan Show. This is all basically before I was born, although I am a big fan of Tim Conway, and he was on the Tim Conway Comedy Hour. Daniel says, hello there. I sent you a better
Yes,
video.
I saw that, Daniel.
We will pull that up as soon as we get through my relentless hashtagging.
Yeah,
like it's just with reckless abandon. I just I'm just throwing these fucking.
You know
hashtags
what? We're getting some viewers. We got a good viewership.
It'll drive some people to the podcast, and some people will be like, "Wow, these people are really fucked up."
Although
and they'll wish they never.
We need to live up to marital hate. Like speaking of marital hate,
I do plan on arguing these.
Steve and Edie.
All I have to do is mention the current State of the Union. We're going to end up getting into a huge fight.
Yeah. Hey, maybe that's what the people tune in for.
Just so
maybe
y'all
they
know.
Tune in for anger.
Just so y'all know. Doug donated money to Obama, and I do not trust the government. I think you can imagine how I might vote.
Hope. Or what was his slogan there? Was it Hope, the poster? The Shepherd's Ferry thing. And you.
I do not trust the government.
You don't trust the government.
Do you trust the government?
Not exactly.
Then why would you donate money to Obama?
Because that's when I did trust the government.
Did I make you not trust the government? Did I not?
No. I've always had a
have I instilled a sufficient fear of the government?
Not exactly. No. But it was of a mind that I wanted to get behind someone and believe in them to deliver some goodness.
If you're a man with a penis who doesn't trust the government, hit me up. maritalhate@gmail.com. He doesn't even know the password. Just send me dick pics.
What about men with penis in the state of Arkansas? Or is it Arkansas or Alabama?
Alabama has the biggest dicks in the nation. Keep the fuck away from me.
Yeah, and they also ban abortion, so keep them clean.
I am terrified.
Keep them holstered.
I am terrified of monster dongs. Doug and I have different opinions on abortion as well. Although you think it should be banned after 6 weeks.
I think I don't know how many weeks I'm thinking, but I think there should be some sort of cutoff. Shit or get off the pot, people. Just, you know what? You're pregnant.
I don't think
you don't just sit there.
I don't think you understand how anatomy or abortion works. There's very little shitting involved. I mean, if you have the baby, then maybe when you're pushing, you shit it out. But that's one of the benefits of a C-section. I did not shit myself, and my vagina is intact.
Thank the good Lord.
Praise the Lord.
Praise Dale.
Trey said, I would rather have my teeth pulled out than watch the State of the Union.
I used to love watching. I used to love like that, patriotic, feeling. They come in, everybody's like,
yeah, because you're being brainwashed.
It's not that. It's it's like the idea of like I don't know.
It's like the fakeness of it. It's like how we love Disney because it's so fucking fake. That's why you like the State of the Union, because it's bullshit. Because they lie to our fucking face. You don't think that they lie to our face?
I think everybody lies to your face except for me and you.
Okay, you misrepresent yourself. You're all nice. You're not nice. And see, normally you would glare at my face instead of glaring at the camera. Normally you would have some snide remark to make. I have lots of comments that I'm not making for the sake of our marriage. That's what I'm saying, though. I'm real all of the time. Doug, not so much. And you don't even have your gold on tonight. Oh, I should. Yeah, I'm bereft of gold. You look ill without it. I look washed out. So anyway, well, I think that it was fucking watching Reagan come in or something it was a big deal when you're growing up and you're you knew all the people, Tip O'Neill was in there and it was old school. It was good. What's interesting? A lot of generations prior to ours they would hang pictures of the president in their house. Of course, they're the same people that would hang pictures of the Pope who's going to defend child molesters in their house. So, you kind of go either way. You got to respect the office. You don't have to love the person, but respect the office. Trey says, why not write yourself some in the ballot? I am a big fan of writing in people in the ballot. I've done it many times. If you are my friend, you've probably been nominated for a public office. It was attorney general in Massachusetts, and I didn't like the I didn't like the candidate. I wrote in Rob, my buddy Rob. By the way, if you need a personal injury lawyer, reach out to Rob. As a matter of fact, I got a text message from my sister-in-law today about how nice he is. He's very nice. He's very good at what he does as well, which is the important part. But it's unique to find an attorney who's incredibly compassionate with an excellent bedside manner that's also a phenomenal litigator. He really is one of a kind. I like that guy. The dope from Hope, Arkansas was Bill Clinton, if you recall. Well, I don't know if he was from Arkansas. So he was from Hope, Arkansas. They have smaller dicks, I'm assuming, than Alabama, but I'd have to look it up. Tracy says that is hilarious. I'm sure enough people have experienced Bill Clinton's dick to you could probably call somebody. You're probably two connections away. Monica Lewinsky is now a brand ambassador. Hey, she just got a big fucking deal with somebody. Good mouth skills. She's got an endorsement deal. I don't know why I say these things. Monica Lewinsky's Reformation. She's a new face of Reformation fashion. She's doing some modeling. Listen, you got to hand it to the girl. She's getting her 15 minutes. Well, that's the thing. I think everybody's wants to attach themselves to someone with a name, serious whether it's good or not good. Dude, is that a navy blue dress? Does it have? They should sell a navy blue dress with a fucking stain on it. Should come with a mayonnaise packet. That would be fucking hilarious. This is interesting. Well, if it's called, she saw the project as a way to reach a new generation of people with her. I don't even know what to say. Hope that by participating, some of Reformation's perceived cool factor would rub off on her.
But Reformation, like, because Monica Lewinsky kind of came out of the ashes of a scandal and like kind of became like, I think she's sort of a beloved figure, sort of like she's, people felt bad for her.
I think people felt bad for her, but like, I just like, I think like, I felt bad for her at the time. I don't know how I feel about her since.
Well,
but like, she was a young girl who was taken advantage of. I just want to read the rest of this. The campaign called "You Got the Power" is meant to promote voter registration ahead of the 2024 election. Although Miss Lewinsky said that she was not taking sides.
She should put it in
She's wearing a red dress.
She should put it in a contract not to call her that woman, Miss Lewinsky. Never call her Miss Lewinsky. What's her name? Laura. What's her first name?
I would like to chat with Monica. I'd like to chat with her. Monica Lewinsky, if you're watching, would you like to come on the podcast?
Oh, that'd be awesome.
We promise there will be no shrapnel.
Because I think she caused some marital hate in the Clinton house.
Dude, you can't cause marital hate in this house. We're just fucking happy.
Oh, not in our house.
Like everybody.
No, I meant like she caused it in the Clinton house. You did what in that side room of the Oval Office?
And let's read I can't even with you. Daniel says, I'm proud to say Montgomery, Alabama is my former hometown. Are you telling us you have a monster dong? Email me a dick pic at maritalhate@gmail.com. Dude, I've gotten no dick pics. My personal box, I'm getting dick pics left and right. But if I specifically ask for dick pics you can send pics of your posts. You can send pics of whatever you want. Whatever you want to talk about here on Marital Hate, just let us know. Let us know what your opinion is.
I'm very popular with the women of our audience.
Are you?
Yeah, oh yeah. I don't know if you told me that.
As far as I can tell, Tracy's the only one
for now.
And I don't.
Well, there's a lot of lurkers because there's a high number of people watching. Regeneration of her vagina.
Well, I will tell you that when you comment from Twitter on the post, it does not show up.
Oh, okay. All right.
So you have to comment on Facebook or YouTube in order for it to work. So it's Marital Hate.
Daniel is rolling on the floor laughing his ass off. He's apparently non-native of Alabama because apparently little Daniel is just that.
I just want to be clear.
Dan Jr.
I'm terrified of big dicks. I just want to be clear about that. It's just something we talk about a lot. We've looked at the statistics from around the globe.
We have. There was a spreadsheet.
And the problem is if I share that spreadsheet, I come across as racist. And I just want you to know that no matter what color you are, I love you. But if you have a monster dong, I'm afraid of you. And if you have a small dong, just let me know. We can be friends. Send me a pic.
You're just gonna friend zone the small dong people.
No, small dong I'm totally fine with. Small dong you can work with. Big dong, it's when your intestines fall out. I don't need that shit. I have enough gastrointestinal problems. I have fucking Crohn's and
I don't know what you have.
EPD.
EPD?
I don't even know what EPD is.
EPT was a pregnancy test in the 1970s.
I have
early
BBD.
Pregnancy detection.
I have BBD.
BBD.
East Coast family. So he said something about regeneration of her vagina.
Yeah.
Oh. Tracy, would you fuck Monica Lewinsky? Tracy, for those of you who are not aware, is what we refer to as an OG lesbian. She's an original lesbian because she's been a lesbian since the dawn of time.
She comes from a long line of originals.
Since she's been with her wife, since they were like 14 and 16. So her wife.
Since it was illegal.
I've seen her drive a car, but I'm still not sure she's real. It could be a scheme.
It could be one of those like massage chairs at the mall that just look like you were in a car.
Oh, can we just talk about the massage chairs at the mall?
Yeah, we can. That was quite a shocker, if you will.
We love mall massage chairs. If we see one, we're putting the money in. We're sitting down. We're giving them our $5 and getting our massage. That said, at the South Shore Plaza, directly facing the Men's Warehouse or Milton's.
Milton's.
Is two right there, and you sit in them. And so, of course,
can I just jump in before you tell the story? I think sitting in those things is kind of white trash.
Totally white trash. We are white trash superstars.
But you are like, let's just throw some.
If you're white trash too, then say.
Let's throw some money in there. Let's throw some money in there.
So we do it, and we sit in the chairs, and two things happen. The first one is the chair shakes you. So I'm sitting there like this, and I'm getting some looks from the men in Milton's. Just Just sitting there. Then you're on the chair and it goes right up your ass. Right up your ass. It goes up your ass. So I'm just saying it's worth the $5.
It's a little frightening.
I think though, with me sitting there with like my titties all jiggling, somebody else should pay. Like you.
Yeah, no, you should be. Yeah, it should be a.
Just pay for me to get the massage chair, and you can watch me jiggle. Just so you know,
you can do that by the hour.
My titties are not the only part that jiggles. I've got this going on. My belly jiggles. I talk incessantly. My hair's crazy. Like you don't know what's going to happen.
So we were on the way down here, and we stopped at a rest stop, I believe, in Maryland, and they had
there.
And guess what they had? Massage chairs. So we were like, oh, do they have the bottom?
They did, right?
And I don't remember if they
did.
Did
we also did it in the mall, the Edison Mall.
Oh, when we got here, we were at the mall.
Which is, by the way, a terrible mall.
Yeah.
We did that. Don't bother going to the Edison Mall. Go to Coconut.
No, I don't
Coconut Point's okay.
Yeah.
I don't remember the last time we went to a mall.
I never buy anything. Things. We don't buy anything.
If we buy anything, it's off fucking Amazon or Target or Costco. It's things we need. Daniel says, if trouble was billed out by the inch, I'm all set. I can't afford a bigger one.
If trouble was billed out by the inch, I'm all set. So
he has enough problems with his penis.
Stop. All I know is that
stop thinking with your penis. Stop it.
All I know, he's got a lot of ladies.
He's had a lot of ladies. Y'all, every time we watch the podcast, Daniel's telling us about some other woman he's betting
lady
that he's in love with, that he's moving to the country for, and then going back to his wife.
Got to go to the panhandle.
I have been impressing upon him the importance of taking some time to himself. Maybe go to church. We've been going to church.
We went once.
Listen, I went twice.
Well,
I went
you
to
went
church.
to a group.
I went to a group
it was
for
a
church people.
And a group.
I'm a religious fanatic.
And
now.
what did you get the ladies talking about?
I can't tell you.
Yeah, you can't tell me. You can tell me, but you can't tell them.
No, I can't tell you. I can't tell anyone. It's a secret. I
bet you were talking about the penis. In a church.
I cannot tell you, but we were not talking about the penis, but I can't tell you either way. Now drop it. Okay. If I was, it's a secret society of church ladies. Tracy says I would not fuck Monica. I like blondes.
Which is funny because I do not like blondes. I don't find myself.
I hate to tell you though, most blondes start out looking like Monica. They have bleach on their heads, and most people. How do you like your puss? Do you like it garnished or not garnished? Because she could just shave that off, or she could dye it, or wax it, or whatever you feel like. Or she's old now. It might be all gray or white. She might look like Doug's head, right down there. Look, this could be. Let's just make a little triangle. Look, that could be Monica Lewinsky's vagina. Did you think about that? Actually, if you see like a little vulva right here between his eyes, and then the hair, it's just like Monica Lewinsky's vagina.
I don't even know.
What?
Every day I'm like, looking forward to the podcast, and then it's just...
I just like pick on you incessantly for no fucking reason. Daniel says that's exactly what I'm talking about. And then he said, by the way, if you guys come onto YouTube or Facebook, we can pull your comments up on the screen. If you have anything you want to promote, we're happy to help you out.
Right.
Daniel said, but I am told that I'm a very cunning linguist. That means he's funny when he talks like us, right? That's what he means?
Yes.
One of my favorite Saturday Night Live skits ever. Y'all need to watch.
It's very good.
Colonel Angus. Christopher Walken
is the Colonel.
And he's on the farm or at the plantation, and he's interested in a young girl. And at the end, he talks about how he doesn't smell like a bed of roses. Colonel Angus might not smell like a bed of roses. I can't do the whole thing, but because A, I'm not quite baked enough, and B, I haven't watched it in a while. But then at the end, they strip his title away, and he's like, I'll have to go by my given name, Anal Angus. And all the ladies go crazy. So just watch that. Just watch it.
It's very good.
Tracy says, laughing my ass off. And we are once again left to the debate of who eats the pussy better, lesbians or dudes. And the only way I can tell you is to have an average of lesbians and dudes eat me out. Tracy and Bex are my key lesbian demographic.
Okay.
And we know other lesbians, but I don't know them well enough to be like, hey, we're doing a poll for the podcast. Would you mind eating my pussy?
Oh, I thought we were going to take take a person that was going to be the judge.
I'm going to be the judge.
And then, so somebody's going to, two people.
You
are going to go to town.
and Tracy, I guess.
Yeah, but
Becky,
what you
or
need?
Whoever. Anybody else? What?
I can't believe I'm going to say this. You need like an average, because what if one guy is really good at it and one girl is really bad at it?
Well, I've had plenty of experience with. I've had enough experience with the males to
you've plenty. You've said it.
I've had enough experience with the males at this point.
We could get them all into the Mugar Omni Theater and ask them.
But I do need to have a bunch of ladies go down on me, because I've only had one ever, and I feel like two. So I feel like I need more information. Honey, what were you gonna say?
I used to be a nice, all-American, clean-cut person,
and and
then you came along and introduced these concepts that I don't know. You know how like
your poor virgin.
You know, like there's stuff people don't talk about. Well, they don't talk about it for a reason.
No, this podcast is all the stuff we don't talk about. We talk about sex. We talk about politics. We talk about religion.
It's really not we.
I become a religious fanatic as of recent. Yeah, that's right. God loves me. I say fuck, talk about dicks on the internet, and I'm still loved by whatever fucking God you want to call it. Jesus, the law, the universe. I don't care. I'm loved. So are you. Except you, that guy right there. No, I'm just kidding. Everybody is loved. Everyone. And Tracy says any head is good head, but just like the right person has the cheat codes. Yes, it was something we talk about quite frequently here on the podcast, is how I will not be leaving my husband anytime soon, even if he's a dick, because he knows the cheat code.
It's called an insurance policy.
And I don't want to. He doesn't have an insurance policy, which is part of the reason why I don't kill him. He doesn't know that he knows the cheat code, and I don't want to have to teach anybody else. But I mentioned the cheat code one day, and I believe Todd knew it. And the funny thing is, Todd is my backup husband, and he could fix the drive.
See, but Todd knew the cheat code for Mortal Kombat on Nintendo 64.
Yes.
That's not the cheat code you're talking about.
It was old school Nintendo.
It's not the cheat code you're talking about with your little situation.
Okay. Would you like to draw like a little map for the people?
No, well.
You try to keep it to yourself?
There's 2 lollipops. And they come apart. Never mind. I can't give away all the secrets.
Only one of us is supposed to be inappropriate, and I think that's me. So anyway, as we're defrauding the public by using hashtags, we better refer back to defrauding the public. So we talked about the State of the Union, that I don't have any desire to watch it. I think it's a bunch of fucking propaganda.
My fellow Americans.
We talked about Steve. He's dead. But if you're under the age of, I don't know, apparently like
Steve Lawrence is dead.
58. You're not.
Yeah, not many people younger than me are gonna know Steve
Lawrence.
Lawrence.
Woodson. What the hell is Woodson?
I don't know who Woodson is.
I'm gonna have to.
Did you put that in?
Yeah, I don't
know.
Here's the thing. We've done 200 episodes. We've been at this almost a year. Yeah. And just in the last couple of days, since I've been defrauding the followers of Twitter with hashtags, have we gotten new followers in? So I'm just going to go with it.
Maybe hashtag Woodson is a friend of ours now that would like to be involved in this nonsense.
Liver plays a role in your metabolism.
It sure does.
Does Indiana MBB coach teach the importance of taking care of the ball? Hashtag fire, hashtag Woodson. Hashtag TO Hoosiers. I think it's basketball. Woodson's playing style is like poetry and moment, a true artist of the field. So Woodson is some sort of an athlete.
Apparently, I don't know. I do know another Woodson Owl.
I know Wilson, like the volleyball.
Don't pollute Woodson Owl.
He is to return as the Indiana Hoosiers basketball coach.
Oh, very nice.
So this person does not know that basketball is in fact played. I'm a girl and I know this. Basketball is not played on a field; it's played on a court. So it's parquet floors at the Garden, even the new Garden. Yeah. And it's wicked awesome, and you can get dunks there, or you could get.
You probably get Kelly's roast beef at the Garden. You could probably get.
It would be wicked
Kelly's roast beef at the Garden.
Pocket car.
I'm going to look that up because I want to know if we can get. Is there a Kelly's roast beef in the Boston TD Garden? Of
course there is. We had if you're from Boston, we had Kelly's the other day in Naples, and we stood outside basically telling people what to order. Oh, we were drinking dunks while we ate our Kellys. We're the most New England people ever. But we don't have accents, and we live in Florida. See, this is our pool. Those are our flamingos. One of he's got a limp dick. He needs Cialis.
He needs a little help.
Tracy says, I played on the garden floor.
Nice. Aww. I would enjoy it.
I think my cousin did. Pam's here on Insta. What's up, Pam? We love you.
Oh,
hope you're doing well.
We
even got some likes from some folks that we know. Todd. Oh my God, we were just talking about you, Todd. Michelle, love you, Michelle. By the way, if you're looking for a realtor in the Worcester area, we've got 2 great options for you. And they're actually both friends of ours, Michelle and Sandy. And we've got a great mortgage broker for you, George. George, I think probably can do a mortgage for you anywhere.
Yeah, from afar.
Buzz. He does not surprisingly resemble a bee. He's just a nice Greek man that Doug has known since
early 70s.
How old were you?
Very young.
What year?
I was 71, 72. Whenever I moved to Massachusetts, I would have
4 years before I was born. That's how old. They're both old. But George dyes his hair, so he looks younger.
He doesn't dye his hair. He tells me he doesn't dye his hair.
He lies.
He told me.
Liar. I think he actually is like tweaking back on the line of the hair. Okay, so I don't know. What does everybody think about this Woodson guy? Because I don't even know who the fuck he is, to be completely honest with you. And then I also want to know who is
why are people tagging us?
No,
yeah, but why did you tag Woodson? You don't even know what Woodson is.
Because they were the trending hashtags, and I'm hacking the system in my mind. We don't know what the fuck
we're sorry, Woodson fans.
We're old. We don't know what the fuck we're doing. Okay, so also, and I did hashtag cannabis and hashtag natural health and spirituality because we always talk about that stuff. Southwest Florida because we live in Southwest Florida. Boston because we're from Boston and nobody says Situate. But I also said hashtag don't stream on Max. So apparently we're not supposed to stream something on Max. What are you laughing about?
Tom just had the most little Tommy Millmore chimes in. I have a skin tag.
Oh my God, I have so many fucking skin tags. Do you want to count them with me?
He was talking about your hashtags, and he's like, "I have a skin tag," which was hysterical.
Do I still have an arm?
I don't know. I don't know what you have. Would you put your arm down? That's not seemly for a marital hate. Stephen Garber's here. What's up, Stephen? He wants to know what our favorite vacation spot is. And Doug, where are you from? Says Daniel. I am from your mama. No, I couldn't resist. Low-hanging fruit.
You skipped a whole bunch of fucking comments. I'm
trying to catch up.
All right, wait. Let's just start here.
God.
State champs for basketball my senior year. Oh, that was a stereotype. LOL. Again, Tracy is a lesbian and they like to play sports, but I thought they played golf and softball, not basketball. I played basketball. I don't remember there being lesbians. We were just all bi. Tracy says less than minus 10 years for me. I don't know what's been less than 10 years for her, but let us know. Daniel wants to know where you're from. Mars. He's from Mars. Go ahead, tell him.
Born in Western New York, moved to Massachusetts when I was a younger child. And lived there ever since. And then my wife said, "Hey, let's move to Florida."
And here we
are because it's hot.
So side note: that is why my husband is a Bills fan.
Yeah,
yes, he is a Bills fan and a deeply depressed person at that. Our favorite vacation spot. We don't really go on vacation, but we have been fantasizing about Disney again. We had a blast in Key West. We would love to go back to Key West. We like to go to other places.
We do like Bridgeton, Maine.
We love Bridgeton, Maine.
Yeah.
We love seeing our friends, but we could do without Massachusetts. And
damn liberals.
I would like to. I have a story about that. I would like to get an RV and travel the United States. I have it picked out. I'm planning on winning the lottery and buying it soon. This podcast will be gone forever.
We have had some good vacations, though. We did go to a family reunion of mine in Western New York, and we stayed on the Finger Lakes in a houseboat. It was fantastic.
It was fun.
Yeah.
But there was definitely mold, and there was like all these like air fresheners and shit, and it was giving me all the migraines. So I'd rather have the mold. And we went to the world's longest mini golf hole, but we played the world's longest mini golf hole like 4 or 5 times.
Different places
at 4 or 5 different places
in different states.
They're fucking lying.
There was the world's greatest A&W root beer in Cortland, New York, right next to the world's greatest mini golf. And that place was great.
The mini golf place had plenty of kitsch, and most of the greens were shaped like dicks, and we love dicks.
Yeah, I have pictures of them. So if you're ever in Cortland, New York, you get the double whammy. You pull up, you get the car service. They roller skate out. Did they roller skate or they just walk?
I think they just walk out.
They just walk out to you and give you the tray on the window like Fred Flintstone. It was very, very cool.
Tracy says the boobs are still there, Stacey. I was looking for skin tags because I have a shitload of them. I just can't find any right now.
This is what it's like getting older. You look older.
My fucking lymph nodes are still so swollen.
Ladies and gentlemen, I was
Steven
just
says, okay, your top 3 vacation spots. Again, we haven't really gone anywhere.
I'd go Disney, Bridgeton,
Key West.
Probably the only place we've been other places. We've been to Miami.
We just like to go on little adventures together. Like we just get in the Jeep and like go with the cooler. And we went to Key West. We actually rented a Miata because the Jeep had been finicky as it has.
It wasn't a Miata.
Not a Miata. Sorry, a BMW Z4 convertible.
It was a Roadster 2-seater.
And we loved it. It was like a little toy car, except when you're driving over the 7 Mile Bridge, which is like the best part of the trip, you can't see over the railing. So
the Jersey Barrier.
I just drive to Sanibel like on a regs. That makes me feel better. Daniel says top 2 alcoholic beverages. We're not really drinkers.
Not a big drinker.
I am a cannabis user, and I had cannabis oil once earlier this morning at what, like 10 a.m.
Did you say twice?
Once this morning. I started to say twice, but once this morning at like 9 a.m. and then I took it again at like 6:30.
I would say
should be kicking in soon, but like I enjoy a mojito.
You get some root beer and throw some Malibu in it.
Root
I'm
beer
your best
Malibu.
friend.
I enjoy a mojito.
Coke and Malibu is so good.
We like Prosecco. We like
good.
Any kind of Prosecco like juice combination. We dig that.
Like a decent red sangria is good. That's not a bad thing.
But we're not like, we like it for the taste, but then it's like, oh, we feel like shit. So it's like,
I don't like it. I want to go right to sleep.
That doesn't even do weed. And I'm like, dude, let's do mushrooms in the pool. Nope.
Well, the pool is now it's 78 degrees, so we're getting to mushroom weather.
Can we do mushrooms in the pool on Saturday?
I get shit to do. I gotta fix a dryer.
Soccer, basketball, tennis, karate were some of my longest sports I played. If I was the first 8th grader in Rockland history to play varsity tennis.
Wow, look at you.
Get it, girl. You have an awful lot of health problems for an athlete.
Well, that's how they get you.
Maybe you need to start playing sports
Maybe
again.
she messed up her back doing all those crazy things or doing lesbian things.
Awesome.
Which sometimes requires some dexterity.
You could throw your back out doing lesbian things on Sex and the City when Samantha was dating Maria, the artist.
Do you know that was a fake show that they wrote?
Yeah, okay. But she threw her back out fucking Maria with a strap on.
Oh, then I used to
you
it.
Throw your back out fucking me?
I don't think so.
Oh, well,
yeah.
Maybe you should try harder. Tracy says sex on the beach, Midori sours, lemon drop martini.
Oh, a Midori sours, that is a delight right there. Those things are a delight.
I don't know what a Midori is.
Oh my god, they're like no, it's well, Midori's melon.
What was
the melon ball? It almost tastes like a Smartie, kind of like a sweet tart kind of a
thing. Like a Smartie or a sweet tart. Those are two very different things.
No, they're kind of something like that.
Different. Donna says, hey, love you guys. We love you, Donna. Thank you so much for my delightful little card.
Yeah, we're still talking about it.
Talked about it on the podcast. We liked how you managed to keep the negative energy separate from the positive. And I was just talking yesterday about how the more I know you, well, first of all, like from the onset, I knew that you were apeshit, just like a little crazier than I am. Thank you for that, by the way, because, people, as Shemek once said, we thought you were crazy until we met Donna. She's really crazy. And I like that about you. But as I've gotten to know you, you're somebody I really respect and look up to. And she sent some owl emojis because we have a fuckload of burrowing owls on our street.
We're lousy with the burrowing owls around here.
You will hear them during the podcast tonight. We will let you know.
They're about the size of a large can of B&M baked beans.
They're so cute. And they're mating now. And so we should be having
babies. It's like owl porn.
We haven't seen any babies yet, but we'll have them.
No, keep looking. Abby, keep looking.
Tracy says the boobs ruined my back. Oh, yeah. I just sit home with my boobs hanging out. I gotta tell you though, I wore a bra with an underwire for church. The first time I wore a bra in like months.
Crazy
and
months.
I got home and my lymph nodes were so swollen. So I went yesterday and I was just wearing a shelf bra. Tracy says, oh, good magic carpet rides in my younger years.
Good magic carpet rides. Was she saying?
I think
back when they had carpets.
She means magic carpet. That's amazing. She said it's like a green apple Jolly Rancher. Oh, I would definitely eat that.
No, they're good. We should, maybe we'll grab some.
Or a melon Jolly Rancher.
We'll have to grab some of those.
No, because it's got sugar in it. I'm gonna feel like shit. Like if I'm gonna drink alcohol, it's gonna be like either like red wine or more preferably some clear tequila with some fucking lime juice in it. Donna says, "Where's my pick of the owls?" Do you want a baby owl or just regular owls? Because we don't have baby owls yet.
We mostly they come out at night, and you can't have your headlights on. It scares them. That was a John Shea original. What's wrong with you? That was John Shea original.
Stephen Garber says, I'm still waiting for you to hook me up with one of your single friends. Could you throw a pool party for us single people? I don't have any friends.
Oh, wait, maybe you'll meet some church friends.
Maybe some of my church friends. I go to church now.
They're kind of on the older side.
Ladies there. You should come. It's called the Center for Spiritual.
They're kind of older.
It's called the Center for Spiritual Living. Everybody is super nice, and there's definitely some single ladies there, and people are very friendly. Oh. Right? Aren't they very friendly?
Oh, yeah, they're very friendly, but they're also very old, Stephen.
I think Stephen's old too, but not everybody is very old. Actually, there was one.
They're older than me.
There's one girl specifically that I'm thinking of that's single and really cute and about his age. So
is she ready to mingle?
I think so, but
because that rhymes.
Stephen might be a jerk, so I'm gonna because I don't know him, so I'm gonna have to like.
He joins in on this fun every now and again.
Well, we do appreciate that. So Tracy's a lesbian. She lives far away. Donna's married. Daniel's a dude, and the
Daniel's a dude.
6 Todd's a dude. Like we got a lot of dudes. Michelle's married.
Yeah. Wait. Stephen says it's okay now. We don't have to worry about it. Stephen says he's a jerk.
Yeah, but you're a jerk half the time too.
Yeah, but I'm married.
That's true. Daniel says, when I was a new trucker back in the 80s, I, like all drivers, was a big fan of Colombian marching powder and the stuff featured on Breaking Bad. However, I have not been able to handle the herb. Well, that's a
little bit of a confessional, Daniel.
It's actually funny. We talked about crushing up some pills and snorting them just today.
Oh, yeah. What were we going to crush? I forget what we were going to crush up.
Blood pressure is so low.
How low is it?
It was like 110/81, which is for you is very low. And so so Doug's taking less and less of his blood pressure medication. And I'm like, dude, you're going to have to just like make it like a powder and just be like, yeah, Tylenol, snorting that shit.
Snorty.
I've never done like I did acid a couple times in high school. I don't recommend anything that's like made in the lab in general. Like I think things that grow in the ground are good. I did ayahuasca in a spiritual retreat up in New Hampshire, or was it Vermont?
Under the guise of religion.
Yeah, sure, definitely under the guise of religion. I've done mushrooms in the pool. I use cannabis oil for pain every night. Yeah, pretty much it. And then I would not recommend anything that is made in the lab and you don't know where it's from. Donna says babies. I don't know what she means about babies, but okay. Oh, she wants to see the babies. When we have them, I'll get you a picture. I will be posting everywhere. Tracy says, they're good, but I don't drink anymore either, as my brother is a recovering alcoholic, and I also feel like crap if I drink now. Yeah, listen, I enjoy a cocktail. I do. I enjoy a cocktail. But is it worth it?
It doesn't enjoy you.
I don't want to feel like shit. Steven says, I'm a jerk. Well, then you should be married.
I'm a jerk, and I'm married, and guess what? I don't know. Guess what? I don't know. I'm a jerk. Whatever.
Daniel says Steven should hang out with me.
Yeah, he'll get you some single ladies. That's what's gonna happen.
Now, and we gotta pull up that video. We're gonna do that in a moment. Donna says those old ladies' cherries grew back. Watch out for fruit fly.
Donna, we don't want to think about things growing back on old ladies. That's just we don't want to even think
Donna,
about that.
These are my church friends. Be nice. Steven is laughing his head off. And Tracy says, I'm proud of you, Doug.
Why, thank you.
We are all proud of him. I'm hoping he's drinking water and taking his magnesium.
Topo Chico.
Drinking water and
refreshing beverage.
Drinking water and taking his magnesium, or at least putting the magnesium oil on the bottom of his feet.
A little magnesium. Sure.
And taking his salt. Tracy says, Donna, you are hilarious. Yeah. Daniel says, Donna rolling my fucking rolling.
It's rolling on the floor laughing his ass off.
My ass off. That's what he's doing.
Exclamation.
I didn't think that people went so far as to type
I don't know. I can't. I don't even know what half that stuff means.
Or do an emoji. Well, now the kids send us things. Dead. No one's always dead.
I'm always dead. But here's my thing.
We need to get a life insurance policy.
I can't see like those emojis, like the one that Donna sent before. They're too small. I can't see them. I have no idea what they are. Could be ponies.
Your one contact lens in.
Or chess pieces. No, because then I can't even see close up.
Put some readers on.
I can see close up just fine.
Put some readers on.
Put some readers on. Hello.
Okay. Daniel sent me a link that I am proud to share because we want to support all of our little friends. If you support us, we support you. That's just how we roll. As a matter of fact, we're starting to get it.
Did he send you a link, or did he send you a picture of his link?
I wish he would send me a picture of his link, but no, not so far. Oh, it looks like that. Nick Williams took his little guy to Fenway. That's fantastic.
His little guy. He's grown up. Look at him.
Well, I can't just show.
I meant Rick.
I can't just show Nick's kid on the internet, but I will say that Nick Williams, great guy, works for Roof Easy. If you're looking for a roof in Southwest Florida, reach out to Nick Williams. Super nice guy. Really. And the baby is adorable. They have a new one now. Okay.
I'm sorry, Steve. Well, we have a couple things, but go ahead with your Daniel. I want to hear this. That looks like our Daniel there on the left.
There's trouble in paradise, and that's here to stay. There's trouble in paradise, it's when the master of that day. They had a real good thing going today, through it all the way. First it was the God under the night.
That's great.
That's legit.
That's fantastic.
He's running tie. Nice.
We're going to start calling Daniel Big Papa. Well, I don't know what to say other than wow, Daniel, I'm impressed, and I would like to know those handsome black gentlemen, would either of them like
what you want to? You're going to do a? They're going to do a podcast with you every night and listen to you talk about this random stuff.
You could.
All right, so Daniel was laughing at Donna. Did you hear about this prescription ransomware? Everyone has to pay full price until they fix it.
Nope.
I'm paying a copay.
But can I tell you this? We're Mac people. We don't usually have a problem.
Steven says his link is small.
Pixar didn't happen.
He likes the blues.
Gmail.com.
But he does not love blue balls. No, nobody likes that. That's not a good thing to have.
Blue balls can be to your benefit.
What?
Well, if you're, say for the sake of argument, your husband was a dick and you haven't had sex in a while and he has blue balls and he's being especially nice.
Well, that's just mean. Nice baritone. I dig the blues.
I think Daniel's got quite the sassy band there and I would like to meet them.
But how many rhythm guitars do they need over there? It seems like there was like, what is it, 2?
If you have 2 white guys, it's got like the equivalent of a black guy rhythm. And then there's other black guys in the band. They're carrying the white guys.
No, well, I disagree with that because I think there's many white people that are very good at the blues, and they're whatever.
Daniel says his name is Aaron. He was Aaron.
Aaron.
He was a football player. He's from Mobile, Alabama. Tuboku.
So where are they guys? These guys playing in Ohio with you, Daniel? Is that where these shows are?
Yeah, Daniel, we'd like to know more. What's the name of the band? Where can we see you?
Yeah, well.
Is there a website? Is there
from parts unknown?
We would like to know more. So we basically covered all of the things that I like illegally hashtagged.
Okay,
right? Did we cover all that shit?
I think so.
It's 8:47.
Well,
y'all getting ready to leave to watch the State of the Union?
It's a big one. So as you guys know,
fucked up. Here's the entire State of the Union. Fucked up, corrupt. That's the state. You're welcome. And it's all Donald Trump's fault.
Steven's got to hit the John. I hope you don't hit him too hard. Tracy's not going. She says, "Fuck no," she's not watching it.
Well, fine.
Yeah, maybe I'll watch it on TiVo. Maybe I'll tape it and watch it later. So Daniel says the lead guy is Frank Boyd Jr., who we know, and he's Tina Turner's cousin. The band is called the Frank Boyd Jr. and the Bonafide Truth. Are you the Bona? Are you the Bonafide? Oh yes, Daniel.
If you could get the entire band to send dick pics to maritalhate@gmail.com, then I can play a fun game and match the dick to the person.
Which one's
maybe
Daniel?
Do it live on the podcast. It'd be fun. I would just be able to know okay, maybe the black one's not yours unless you're like jerking off a self tanner. Have you ever done that?
Jerk off a self tanner?
Yeah.
No. We'll get in a pee hole. That would not be good.
I don't think it's gonna get in your pee
You don't
hole.
want. All right. Here's a tip for you, all you guys. Anybody, don't get anything in your pee hole.
Okay.
Like soap.
Okay. So I wanted to tell a story about my friend today. I have a friend who has had COVID 5 times. Fucking COVID 5 times. And every time he has COVID, he has to take fucking time out of work every time he fucking gets COVID. He has a job where he works for the public and he's in people's homes, so he has to be careful. So he has a colleague that's kind of hypochondriac. The hypochondriac colleague is like, oh, I don't feel good. But he says he doesn't feel good every day. So then he's like, oh, I'm going to go get checked out. He goes to get checked out. They're like, no, you're fine. Just go home. So then my friend the next day so he comes to work or whatever, hangs out with my friend in close quarters. So then my friend gets sick. So this is where it gets really funny. My friend spends a lot of time at another friend's house, and that friend's going for surgery. So they're like, okay, can you go get a COVID test? Or he offered to get a COVID test just to make them feel better before his medical procedure. So he goes into Walgreens to buy a COVID test, and the cashier goes, do you have COVID? And takes a step back and puts a mask on, even though this week the CDC came out and said, just treat it like a cold, like any other cold.
The thing is, the guy is selling him a COVID test. Wouldn't you imagine that COVID test was to ascertain whether or not he had COVID?
Well, 2 things.
Okay.
The first one is a lot of people have to get COVID tests for other reasons. Even now,
that's true.
Like if you're having a medical procedure, although they'll be like, it's not the right test, you have to have it done here, whatever. I think it's all a fucking racket, but that's beside the point.
Well, we're gonna get pulled. This episode's getting pulled. So say whatever you want.
I'm not gonna get into the jab is usually what gets us in trouble. 2, you work in a fucking pharmacy. You think that suddenly you're being exposed to something?
Oh, every kid with a goddamn ear infection coming in here for his moxicillin.
There's kids in there. There's the general public in there. It's a pharmacy. Sick people go there. So maybe you should just wear a mask all the time.
Oh my God. When I had to go to when I would go to a pharmacy for something and like I would have to go up to the register and touch the pin. I'm like, oh my God, every fucking disease is on that pin pad that
I
ever
don't give
existed.
a flying fuck. We have comments. I like the fuck no, whatever that is.
Yeah, it's all good.
Steven's hitting the John. You can take your phone with you, you know. Right. People watch us while they
No, he's back. He's back.
Oh, there you go. The lead guy is Frank Boyd Jr., not to be confused with Frank Lloyd Jr., the architect.
Frank Lloyd Wright Jr.
And he is Tina Turner's cousin. The band is called Frank Boyd and the Bonafide Truth. Oh, we already did that. I'd rather hang in a methadone clinic than watch that bullshit. I think a methadone clinic would be a lot more entertaining, although I don't know how much different it's going to be with the Biden administration. Steven said, I can't watch the State of the Union. I don't like politics. I think that it's a massive cesspool. And in my notes for the show today, I did talk about that little. And then Daniel said, I picked the name of the band. Oh, you should have named it Stacy.
Daniel and the Newcomb Vial.
And a bunch of people. Some of us have really big dongs. That's what they should call it.
Big Dong Quartet.
And then Daniel says, getting COVID was the best thing to happen to me. Well, that's the thing that's crazy. So my friend says he feels way sicker now than he ever felt any of the 5 times he had COVID.
Yeah, actually had COVID.
That's the kicker. So yeah, people are crazy. So I have some show notes. Do you have any show notes?
Well, I have something I want to say. So as you know, we've been watching some trashy TV, and we've been watching a show called Buying Naked. Right?
We talked about that yesterday.
Right. Well, I have some photos that I would like to share from Buying Naked. So what they do is they have ingenious ways of covering up some of the people, their private parts on the show. And so, because there's, lots of shots, they're seeing homes, they're walking through kitchens, things of that nature. So I'm going to show you some of the ingenious things that they did.
It's like how they used to hide women's pregnancies.
Right. To hide all right. So this first one, they have this conveniently placed file folders, and conveniently placed, bottle of wine. So that was the first one. Then somehow the wine goes away, and there are grapefruit.
There's grapefruit or oranges?
Or oranges. I don't know. They're pretty big for an orange.
They put they didn't have to have the stem in that location. They could have turned it.
Right. No, exactly. Well, they look a little low.
I was going to say, if I were her, I'd be like, can you just turn those just a tiny bit?
Yeah.
Just 10 degrees.
Go. So they're facing up a little bit. And then this last one, I'm sorry about the proximity of the subtitles, but this was my favorite.
It was a cock.
Just placed right there, right there in the front. And then they couldn't do this, so they just blurred it.
They're sitting on towels, but they're sitting on.
You can see they're sitting on like these. Yeah, they're sitting on
someone's couch.
But that's where it, like, I thought that one was the funniest right there because it was a little rooster. Anyway,
they come to stuff the rooster. Oh yeah.
Steven says, I don't watch the news anymore because it's too depressing. Now I just watch movies and go on Facebook.
Dude, you can just come here.
Facebook can be kind of depressing. I got some bad news today about someone I used to work with. That was
rest in peace, Mark.
Rest in peace. Donna says, they all suck. We're doomed no matter who gets in. I'm so glad I was born when I was, so I had some awesome times. So seeing all that shit that's happening now, I had many, many years. Well, Donna, the things that happened when you were alive were like the Cuban Missile Crisis, almost getting blown to bits.
She knew Whitey Bulger, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, there was the Vietnam War was one that you lived through. Yeah, the times weren't all that great.
Well, she's friends with me, and that's pretty fucked up.
They killed Kennedy on your watch. They killed both Kennedys on your watch.
Are you saying that Donna,
maybe even 3 Kennedys on your watch?
Are you saying that Donna's responsible for the downfall of society?
I'm just saying Donna's seen some shit, right? Donna's out there.
And she's caused some shit. My friend is crazy.
She starts shit and finishes it.
Daniel says, Steven says, I was alive when they landed on the moon. You were too, right?
As was I. I remember I was very young, but I remember the beeping and the thing. Yeah, I remember it. And it was crazy hot. It was crazy hot because it was in Texas.
If you're listening to this only on audio for some reason, I just want you to know that I just made air quotes when I said landed on the moon.
Yes, my wife doesn't think they landed on the moon.
I have questions.
Oh, well, it's okay to have questions, but it's also a scientific fact that they put shit on the moon that's still there, and they send back pictures of it to this day.
Then why were there very clearly strings in the photos that were taken?
Because that was the puppet moon landing. You didn't pay attention to the puppet moon.
The puppet moon landing. Okay. And then Donna says those are all Airbnbs. So remember when you rent, bring a black light.
What are those? What are you talking about?
I don't know, but she's talking about
the places in the where the naked people were sitting.
Oh yeah, well that's a valid point. But they were sitting on a towel. Daniel says, I was on my way from Kansas City to Salt Lake City when I got sick in Nebraska. They admitted me for 4 days and I waited on my beautiful nurses. Then they moved me to Marriott Suites for 3 more days. I got paid for the whole time, including a month of recovery at home. It was awesome.
Wow. It's good work if you can get it.
Yeah. Well, that was the thing for me. It was like my doctor was like, well, your symptoms are like close enough that you're never going to know if you have COVID or not. I was exposed to it a few times, but I never really. We think I might have had it after the hurricane. Daniel says, I was alive when George Washington became first president.
He stole that election.
I'm related to George Washington.
Yes, you are.
Do you know George Washington was not the first president? He was the first president after the Constitution. We had several presidents before that.
Yeah, but it didn't count.
Well,
because we were under British rule. So you can have all the presidents. Like I can be president of this podcast. It still doesn't count for anything.
I mean, there's like 26 people watching. I don't think how much can you really.
That's good. That's good numbers. We actually tonight we hit the most viewers at a single time of 31. 31 people had tuned in.
Yeah, except that
all at once.
3 of them left. Those fucking assholes.
Some people come and then they come back and then they,
All right, so
we're reaching the masses, people.
All right, so it's already what? It's 9 o'clock.
It's almost time for
I can't go that far. I have some notes. I took a lot of notes today because I was high during the day.
All right.
We already talked about. Okay. Oh, we've been watching the Amish show, Breaking Amish, and it's like where
you watched it. I did. I kind of saw it. So
okay,
I don't have a lot to talk
basically
about.
What happens is you're Amish, and at some point in time, you're like, hey, I want to see what the world is like. And some people go on like Rumspringa where they get to go check it out and then they come back. But then some people just go, or their family doesn't even want them to try it out, and then they get shunned. They're like really afraid of getting.
Well, they come back and they're dirty.
So I've been shunned. I'm practically fucking Amish. But like a lot of these people do crazy shit. Like there's a lot of the prison population that's fucking Amish. They like because they're held under such tight regulations.
So
they go crazy.
So we should let kids and adults do whatever the hell they want, whenever they want, so that people don't go to prison.
Ohio Amish face unfamiliar life in prison. 16. Oh, here we go.
Hey. Brother.
Listen, you guys, I just Googled
Brother
shit,
Gunther.
so this could go. This could
Brother
get dark
Gunther.
fast. 16 Amish men and women who have lived rural, self-sufficient lives surrounded by extended family with little outside contact are facing regimented routines in federal prison system where almost half of the inmates behind the bars for drug offenses and modern conveniences such as television will be a constant temptation. Prison rules around the 10 men convicted in beard and haircutting attacks on fellow Amish in eastern Ohio to keep their religiously important beards, but they must wear standard prison uniforms instead of the dark outfits they favor. Jumper dresses will be an option for 6 Amish women who will be barred from wearing their hair in the typical long dark dresses and bonnets. It's unclear where the Amish will serve their sentences. What do these people do? They're going to go to prison.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But what do they do? Why are the Amish going to prison? Oh,
I don't know.
Wait, you're playing noise.
No, I'm trying. I just turned it off.
The defendants are all members of the same Amish sect were convicted in September of hate crimes in the 2011 attacks meant to shame fellow Amish they believed were straying from the strict religious interpretations espoused by the sect's leader. 15 of them received sentences ranging from 1 to 7 years. See, I kept reading about them doing like meth and shit while they were on Rumspringa. Amish youth imprisoned? What? You're just looking up videos.
No. Well, I need to. It's a related thing with the beard and the beard attacks. Can I show some video of the beard attack?
Sure.
I've got video here of the beard attack, of the Amish beard attack, right here. These guys having a beard attack.
Make it full screen.
Watch this. They're still pulling beards. They went to jail for this. Pumpkinhead Martin. I wasn't going to play the audio.
I wasn't playing the audio. I was making it full screen.
So, anyways, that was the Amish beard attack.
Tom Milmore says Amish Paradise. Actually, Coolio got really upset about that. He got like pissed. He's like a serious topic.
It's a goddamn honor. Just lighten up, Coolio.
Well, I don't know how.
But not lighten up as in skin tone. Lighten up as.
He's probably plenty light by now because he's been dead. I don't know what color. Like, what happens to your skin when you die? Does it get like dark?
I don't know. I think light? It does. I think it gets dark because you don't have nice.
Forget the Amish. If you marry a Mormon, you can have multiple wives. Do you really want multiple wives?
You never get to watch your TV show then.
Stephen, one wife is more trouble than most of us can handle. Clearly. Okay, so I had some other notes.
Although if you were a twin, it would be kind of awesome.
No,
and I was married to the twins.
It would be.
My wife is and her quiet sister.
I don't know.
And of course, Tracy chimes in. Depends how fast you're embalmed. Oh, Tracy might.
You would know this. I don't want to be embalmed. Okay, but tell me what happens to my skin if I'm white and I'm not embalmed and I die. And then what if I'm black and not embalmed, and then both embalmed? What's the difference?
A lot of information. But I wanted to ask.
But I don't want to be embalmed. That's gross. Chemical.
I remember watching Inside Edition or one of those, and they had a story about this corpse. I think his name was Speedy, and the guy used some sort of.
I'm elbowing you to remind you to make eye contact with your wife occasionally. Speedy, go ahead.
So Speedy died. He slipped and hit his head on a rock in the 30s, and this guy that was the mortuary guy had come up with this super embalming fluid that he wanted to try on somebody, and Speedy didn't have any relatives, so he's like, I gotta try this, right? So they tried it, and it apparently mummified the guy, he looked like he had just died, and so he had him standing up in the funeral home, in the back of the funeral home, like he lived there. And so I went back and tried to find evidence of this, but it was everybody in town would come by and see Speedy because he developed some crazy, effective embalming fluid.
Well, there you go. Stephen is going to be cremated. Okay. Have you made arrangements
sprinkle you
for
somewhere
that?
If you need.
Do you need us to tell someone?
We'll sprinkle you off a boat, in.
Have you written this down? Have you paid
White
for
Lotus
in advance? Because if you haven't done that, you don't know what's going to happen. Tom says I'm bombed.
He's embalmed. He's embalmed.
Like drunk? Good for you.
It's because he's trying to remove skin tags with an X-Acto knife.
What have you been drinking? Let us know. Hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. You don't want to feel like shit tomorrow. Okay, so I have some other topics.
What are your topics?
I had a conclusion. I'm not like really like I'm not interested in swinging, but we've been watching The Secret Life of Swingers. And one of the things that we realized watching it is that seems like a nice way to make friends. The people are very friendly.
Oh my God, they're all like, hey,
they invite you over, they feed you, whatever.
And the guys are like, yeah, you're a good guy. You can bone my wife 8 ways to Sunday.
You have to ask, can I fuck your wife?
Yeah.
I don't even know how that works out. What?
Tracy says the skin would slough off. Is that how you pronounce that word?
Yes,
slough. No embalming and no chemicals usually mean that you will fill with gases and turn fun colors of green and yellow, and then the gases need to escape somehow, and combustion is not unheard of. Wow, that's
now we know. So I might burst into flames. Is what you're saying.
So get embalmed.
I'm not getting embalmed. Do not embalm me. I'm good.
Daniel's financial advisor suggests I go out in a fiery crash, so I guess it's cremation for me. And Nora is here. Hi, Nora. How are you?
She said you pronounced.
I did pronounce it right.
Hey, I saw a picture of you with a kitty cat.
She is a kitty cat.
Where were you?
She's a human kitty
cat. I meant to ask, but I've been having a day.
You don't care. No, you do care.
How do you know that somebody went to an Ivy League school?
Because they tell you about it.
Dude, you meet like somebody that's like in their 50s and they somehow managed to work into a sentence. I went to BC.
BC's not an Ivy League school.
They think it is.
Yeah. BC's far from an Ivy League school.
Anyway, even though I have a mantra for everyone.
Mantra coming.
Okay, so I try to do like affirmations and mantras and like just like repeating positive thoughts to myself. And I had one that I wanted everyone to try.
It's mantra Doug.
Just hear me out.
Mantra Doug.
Because I think sometimes we think we're not like worthy, like everybody feels of whatever.
Of just in general, okay.
Life,
right,
good things, or whatever. We feel bad about ourselves. We feel shame. We feel embarrassed. We've made mistakes that we don't forgive ourselves for. And so this is the mantra I came up with today, and I'm going to start saying it over and over again. Even though I've made 1,000 mistakes, I deserve to be happy and loved. Say it with me. Even though I've made 1,000 mistakes, I deserve to be happy and loved. And then once you get over the even though part, you can just say the rest of it. Actually, we were talking about that recently. I was like, if sometimes people have trouble with affirmations because they're like, but I want to finish my album, but I don't have a record company. And it's like, even though I don't have a record company, I'm going to finish my album. It's phrasing it, and then you can drop the even though off and the whole preamble and just go the fuck with it. Nora says she loves that. Girl, say it to yourself. Write that shit down. Stick it up on your mirror. Repeat it over and over and over again. And if you're a good girl, maybe you can come visit and join a cult with us. Side note, I have a whole plan.
Yeah, she does. She wants to be cult leader.
People want me to be a cult leader. I keep saying, oh no, don't make me. I'm like George Washington, my cousin. No, people are like, no, you should be a cult leader.
He wasn't even the first president.
I know.
He stole the election.
I know.
He stole the election from John Wilkes Booth.
So I wanted to, especially in light of right now being the State of the Union address, and we have not lost any viewers. You mean y'all aren't running off to watch that?
No, they're multitasking. They're getting the comedy from us
in one ear and Biden in the other ear.
In the justice and the truth from our president of the United States. What number is he? 46? He's 46?
Oh, I don't know. When you fall for the media and government propaganda, they laugh at you. They laugh at you. They literally sit in rooms and figure out ways to sell things to the American public, to trick you and manipulate you.
I am a true patriot, and I believe everything the government says. Tracy has Bob's Burgers on. I've never watched Bob's Burgers.
Wait, what about it?
I'm not ashamed for who I vote for. I'm not voting for that goddamn criminal.
You have...
she has Bob's Burgers, which I've never watched. I'm assuming that is good because Tracy has a good sense of humor, and that I've never watched.
I don't know how you can multitask this and anything else, but go for it.
Yeah, well, it's disrespectful. Okay. It's unprofessional.
And also, I in addition to the government and the media who lay this propaganda on you that you fall for, they think you're stupid. I think you're stupid too. Just so you know. But I still think that you deserve love and happiness, even though you're a fucking idiot. Oh, and I was wondering, okay, so you know how like both Edward Snowden and Julian Assange were like put up at various embassies?
Yes.
Like because they're like in limbo.
Yeah.
Do they pay to stay at the embassy? Like, is that free? Like, they pay rent?
I don't know. Is it like the countries at Epcot? They can just go to like bouncing around and like. I don't know. Tracy says ADHD. I think that means she has ADHD and she can't focus on us or you or anybody.
I have to play video games while I watch things.
It's stupid funny like Family Guy. See, I'm a Simpsons fan, so watching the Family Guy was like, he's just trying to be a raunchier Simpsons kind of a thing. Not that it isn't funny. I've watched a couple of them that's funny, but I know he's kind of douchey, that guy. I did like Ted, however. I emigrated to the U.S. to be an American first, Republican second. I thought you were born in Alabama, Daniel. Oh, he's Canadian. Isn't he Canadian? Like,
he's making things up. I have no idea what you're talking about.
But I'm talking about Daniel. He emigrated. I don't think you emigrate from Canada.
Julian Assange. No, this is from Chorus. I don't know how accurate it is. He didn't in the first 4 years, according to British newspaper, reporting on Ecuador's compliance about not being compensated for the money they are spending on him. It is reported to be millions of dollars to cover additional security and services for him. Last year, they did force him to pay for his medical care and a few other minor things, but they will never be repaid the vast amount of special fund money they have spent. The British are also out millions of pounds as they have to spend money on security to watch the guard the embassy. So they're out a great deal of money. So let me ask you this question. Why can't we just go stay at an embassy? This podcast is bound to get banned. Yeah, I'm definitely on a government watch list.
It might get there at some point.
We're going to stay at the Chilean embassy.
Chilean with the sea bass. Tracy says The Simpsons is creepy with all the things it's predicted and has predicted a bunch of stuff. But it's so good. But I did learn recently that Trump coming down the escalator was not actually done before. They actually did that after, and somebody attributed it to before as one of the many things. But
side note, if you are watching us on Instagram,
you've been booted.
You're getting booted very soon, so you might want to come over to YouTube or Facebook.
Daniel's Canadian-born, moved to Alabama, Texas, then Scituate, going back to Texas. That is
too many places.
It's like you went around collecting.
That's why he keeps slutting it up. He doesn't know how to
be fresh food. Texas,
he doesn't know how to be like
and pork, and Scituate for lobster and clam and oysters.
I don't think he knows how to be consistent.
Yeah, I don't. My man Daniel is a seeker of the funk.
He's a seeker of poontang, is what he is. You're not supposed to say poontang. Is that offensive?
It's exactly what Daniel is, but I was trying to build him up like he was like had some mission to find that great jazz note.
He has a mission to find
destroy the walls of Jericho.
Who the hell is Jericho?
It's Daniel's buddy.
Who's Daniel? I don't even know what you're talking about.
That's a Clash lyric.
Let me ask you a question. In line with the theme of the presidential State of the Union address, can I seek asylum in the United States from the United States?
Oh, no, you can't.
I would like to. Can I go to Canada? Oh, in the Handmaid's Tale, you can go to Canada. I don't want to go to Canada.
Oh, there was
I want to go to Mexico or something. I don't want to go to Brazil. The chicks are too hot.
I don't know if I can share this without my wife killing me. But this meme was pretty outstanding. Like just the idea of it.
If you want to go down that fucking rabbit hole,
I don't. But that's a brilliant meme.
I don't think it's a brilliant meme.
I think it's a brilliant meme.
Yeah, because I can't. Like, you want me to talk about propaganda? Like, I will go down a rabbit hole because you will take any opportunity, even if we're not even talking about Trump. We were talking about can you seek asylum, and that popped into my head. Yes, but you will take any opportunity you have to say shit about Trump. And I don't even bother defending him because there's no point in having a conversation with you about it. It goes nowhere. And then Daniel says a trucking career does that.
Trucking career does that. It also gives you a nasty case of the clap. No, I'm kidding. I don't know,
Give you
Daniel.
the clap. It's the lot lizards.
The lot lizards. Oh, that's right.
Be careful.
That's the problem. They think that's how Freddie Mercury got AIDS. He was at a truck stop.
I don't think that's true.
I've read that.
Really?
I swear to God, I've read that.
Okay, I apologize. All right. Well, it is what time is it? It's 9:13, so I can still go over. I was watching Fear the Walking Dead, which I had never I'd watched part of it, but it's kind of slow. I wasn't super into it. But then I realized, when the first Walking Dead, when the zombies first start eating people, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they, by the way, the new season is out with, it's called The Ones Who Lived. It's Rick and Michonne. They've done 2 episodes. It's on AMC Plus. There's so many breakoff series now. There's the Daryl Dixon one. There's Fear the Walking Dead.
Daryl does
World
Dallas.
Beyond. There's Walking Dead World Beyond. There was a short that was The Flight. Then there was, what was the other one? Fear the Walking Dead, the regular Walking Dead. And then there's the Dead City with Negan and Maggie. Not the point. The point is that I was watching Fear, and it's new to me. And so there's a part where somebody gets bit in the arm, and they don't know you can sever the arm off and possibly save the person. There's a bunch of people fucking walking around with missing limbs in the fucking at this point in The Walking Dead, half the people are missing an arm or leg or whatever. They've got some sort of dismemberment. And so, but at some point, they didn't know right away that you could cut somebody's arm.
Right.
So it's so there comes a point where you figured out okay, Doug just got bit by a zombie. We're going to cut his arm off. He'll be fine. You're going to have a nub, but it's okay. We'll get you a prosthetic that's some sort of a weapon. It'll work out for you. Okay. Well, this is my question. What if just the day before, your kid got bit in the finger and you stabbed them in the head
yeah.
because you didn't want them to be a zombie and you could have just cut the finger off. Do you think zombies like fingers?
No, they just, I don't know what they do. I'm not a zombie, if you haven't. You're not a zombie.
Maybe not. And then the other thing I was watching Fear. And the other question that came upon my brain, and I should have done a hashtag Walking Dead on this one, but all right, if you're separated from your kid.
At birth.
Okay. You're separated from your kid.
Yeah.
Your kid has done some horrific things and chosen to leave and go on a very, very bad path. Okay. In the dead world. They've become one of the evil people of the dead world.
Okay.
But somehow the evil people they leave with end up getting turned back around and show up on your doorstep. Okay?
Okay.
So it's you and I are married, and one of the boys has turned evil. I'm going with Nolan on this one. Nolan has turned evil.
All right.
Don't worry, Wes is with me. Nolan has turned evil.
Okay. Evil Nolan. Okay.
He's gone off with a group of ruckus young boys.
Yeah.
And they have circled back and ended up at the doorstep of our hotel.
Yeah.
You're off doing something. You're having some sort of a mental breakdown. I don't know what the fuck you're doing, but they show up and they tell me that Nolan's dead. Sorry, Nolan. I don't mean to kill you. Do you want me to tell you so that you know that he's dead and you're not worried that he's off doing terrible things? Or do you want me to tell you that he's dead so that you no longer have any hope of ever seeing him again?
I would want to know the truth.
See, and they did tell him the truth in the show, but I think sometimes it's better to give someone hope. It's better to give, I don't know. It depends if they're worrying.
So you're saying keep hope alive.
I don't know. Honestly, I'm so traumatized by stuff with my kids. I don't want to know anything. I'm trying to get brainwashed out of the memories because it's so stressful for me. Oh, well, what are you going to do? Okay. So, we've got notes.
We have notes. We have stories. We've got comments.
We just have the one. For everyone who threatened to leave the country if Trump won, they never did. No, they didn't. Isn't that interesting? I'm willing to give them some moving boxes. I also thought that it would be nice if we started doing a small business spotlight on the podcast. Y'all know what we support. Let's hear some businesses that we support. Ranadon.com. They sell a speaker. It's a friend of ours that owns a company. He made this little speaker. It's like a Beats pill. We call it the Spot. It's like $30, and it sounds like a Beats pill, but it actually looks nicer. It's like this little black thing. Looks like
it's like a little honky puck.
Sounds really good. And they're like $30. We also support the Apothecorner in New Bedford, Mass. They're supposed to come on. Then there's this Dr. Dre, or this Dre guy, who's a local guy who does bread. He's going to be coming on the podcast. Tito's coming on at some point. And then we are big supporters of Vitamin C Chiropractic. My good friend owns a mobile chiropractic business over in the Daytona, all the way up to St. Augustine to Orlando area. She's a brilliant chiropractor, Dr. Christina Scott, and she hooks all of her clients up with a discount on supplements. And she also sells biomaps. So even if you're not local to her, great contact to have. And she's got me going on those standard process supplements, which are they're the truth, because they're food based. So when you eat it, it's processed just like food by your body. We like that. Okay. So
we also support, we're going to support Rags A Go-Go, JV, for your sister's place.
And then also Rugworthy. We're big fans of
Rugworthy. We love Rugworthy.
They make rugs and latch rugs and hangings. We have a couple pillows.
We have a couple pillows that are pretty special to us.
And then I think that one of the things I was thinking about today was that how I'm so much more able to focus when I'm on cannabis than I am when I'm not. And that I think that marijuana is, rather than using a stimulant like ADD or Adderall, I would argue that marijuana would be a great way to go for, or cannabis would be a great way to go for ADHD, and without the side effects of some of the other drugs that they give. And I know that there was an Adderall shortage for a while there. Like people who have like legit ADD, like we have a really hard time functioning. And structure can help, but they have a hard time with that. There's a lot of things that can help, but cannabis has been super helpful for me. I wouldn't be able to do this podcast without it. Honestly, I wouldn't be alive without it, because today I was in fucking pain. I still am. But like, it's interesting because a lot of people that I know that are regular pot users are people that have like wicked ADD. And it's like people get pissed that they're big pot users, but they're using it to self-medicate.
Right. Yeah.
Or maybe they've actually been prescribed it. I don't know. I have so much more.
Donna says about not knowing if your child is alive or dead. Your thing says, take it from someone who has lost her children. I'm thankful to know because I can start to heal. Never knowing is grieving forever. I've seen people who have no idea where their kids are, and the healing starts when it's final.
Well, it's interesting you should say that, Donna, because it's exactly what I go through as an estranged parent, right? Like every day I wake up, like having the closure I don't want anything to happen to my children, but having the closure would be really helpful. So yeah, it really depends on the situation, but in the situation of the show, the guy was like super broken. I just didn't feel like he needed to know right then.
I have a few news stories.
Oh yeah, please. Thank you to Wesley for those.
Wes always comes up with some
next time we kill one of you guys off, it'll be your turn, Wes.
So I believe this is our first one here. All right, so migrating birds learn from experience and then shorten their journeys as they get older. So much like I drive down to the local Publix.
Okay,
I don't go very far.
You only drive to Publix, and I'm your goddamn chauffeur. First of all. Second of all, I think that the birds just got ways.
Oh, it may be, but the older they get, they're like, fuck this, I'm not flying that far. So I thought that was very interesting.
I think old people stop driving and they start flying. They buy an extra car.
Then this was actually pretty cool. The new astronauts got to the space station and watch. They all hug each other. It's like a weightless hug. Look at this. It's like a gangbang.
Oh, they're gonna.
They're like, fuck yeah! I've had this boner for 8 months. Finally, some chick comes up here.
Are they gonna have an orgy?
Look at.
I want to have a space orgy. That would be fun.
Space orgy.
Anybody want to have a space orgy?
Isn't that great? Look at.
Let me get the audio on.
The black lady. This dude here.
No. You have to shut up.
So I thought that was like a nice thing. I thought, like, look at him, all hugging, whatnot, hanging on for dear life.
Would you have a space orgy?
Hell yeah, I have a space orgy. That's got to be. You know, these people are fucking up.
So
there.
You can just click on that window.
I can just click on this one
and then hit decline. No, decline.
There we go. Okay, so I don't even know what the story is there. Oh, Target's going to launch a new paid membership, a lot like Amazon Prime, in a bid to drive sales at a time of cautious spending. So yeah, they're going to
$99 a year.
It's going to be less than that. It looks Target Circle 360, same day delivery as little as hours on orders over 35, free 2-day shipping, $39 a year from April 7th to so, and then it'll be $99 after that. So that might be like, if you need Target stuff, if you do a lot of Target stuff.
The problem is that it depends. Like our our Prime membership just renewed. We have a Prime credit card. We get 5% back from them, and they have
we get a lot of stuff,
and they have a lot more merchandise than Target does.
And I don't, you know what? To be honest, I enjoy going to a good Target.
I do too.
I enjoy walking through there.
I do not enjoy going to Walmart though.
But if they're going to deliver me a bunch of crap, I don't know if that would work out for us.
That looks like the one in the South Shore Plaza.
It does kind of the inside one. This one,
I don't know if y'all have this, but there's a couple of Targets in Massachusetts that have escalators that you put the cart in, and the cart goes up or down the escalator. It's so
There's
cool.
a Wegmans that does that too, or there used to be. This new bill threatens to ban TikTok in the U.S. unless it divests of its Chinese ownership.
So we support apps that American companies and the American government.
Yes, we do.
But the Chinese government, it's not okay.
Well, because
the Chinese government gives two fucking shits about anything in my fucking phone. Because the Chinese
hang on. They're citing security risks, right? So if China wants to invade the U.S., they know where every fucker that's running TikTok is, and they can fucking poison them, or they can send some sort of like thing to the phone and destroy their phone.
So it's really hard to find people to kill in this country.
Just saying, it's security.
You're more.
You got to think ahead of these motherfuckers
I just think
right here.
That I'm a lot more worried about my own government than I am than any other government.
You got to think ahead.
I have thought ahead, and I'm more afraid of my own government than any other.
You got to
get
with the program. You got to get with the program.
I'm sorry.
These are new threats coming.
So you're telling me that you fear the Chinese government more than the American government?
I fear. I fear that bad things could happen from.
The worst thing that's happened that's even remotely related to the Chinese in our lives is the shitty Chinese food in fucking Florida.
They have bad Chinese food.
It's terrible.
Yeah,
it's terrible.
Pretty bad. We found one place that's like passable.
Okay.
It's okay.
It's not good.
It's not great.
The pizza and the Chinese food down here, you're going to be disappointed.
Yeah.
Luciano's is okay, but we just get pizza from Costco now.
So Tracy says she would love a space orgy. I think the weightlessness would help the pain and end up with better sex. I think it'd be like like a lot of people like they employ the sex swing. It would be a lot like that. I would assume. I've never used a sex swing. I've been in a sex swing.
Was that?
I've been in a sex swing, but that was for comedic purposes. And she says there's a Target in Orlando that has an escalator.
In a sex swing while playing with an underage boy.
No, this was completely false. I wasn't playing with. We were.
They were playing together.
We were setting it up, and I almost got an injury. I fell from a great height. Don't trust.
There's a Target in Orlando that has the escalator for the shopping cart. It's so fancy. All right, so it's like 9:30, and I'd like to thank. So every night we do gratitude. We got other things we can talk about. Do you have any other stories?
I thought I had another photo, but I guess I don't think. Yeah, I think
I have a shitload of stuff on my desktop that I've been waiting to put on the podcast forever, and I just leave it here indefinitely, and I don't know what I'm doing with it.
I don't know why you don't know.
Oh, I was gonna send that to Jen, and I never did. Yeah, I just have some random ass pictures. Actually, let's see if we can pull some of them up. All right, I got a couple. What?
I had an ad. There was an ad on Cape Coral Residence Group. Someone posted, "Does anyone have a one-seater couch, just like a small couch with only one seat?
A chair."
And somebody just writes a chair. It's hysterical.
Yeah, that was my comment, but the guy beat me to it.
It's hysterical.
I just wanted to, in light of today, it's way beyond a George Carlin quote. It's way beyond ironic that a place called the Holy Land is the location of the fiercest, most deeply felt hatred in the world.
That's a good point.
The man was a motherfucking genius. Genius, I tell ya.
He did.
And then I had, let's see. I thought this was really interesting. It talks about your things that bring positive versus negative energy to your life. It's just worth thinking about. So like things that bring negative energy are complaining, being dishonest, being selfish, being sad, being lazy, jealous, confused, hating, procrastinating, being fake, being regretful, hopeless, worried, superficial, self-centered, ego, arrogant, greed, ignorant, violent, anger, fear, impatient, inferior, indecisive, lonely, indifferent, and uncertain. Those are all negative.
Well, I saw a few of those that we practiced on the podcast tonight. There was some we do sometimes have anger on this podcast.
I'm not.
We got to turn that frown upside down.
Been angry about anything. I do have concerns about the government. But I'm also not going to be fake about that. Positive energy is some ways you can do that. So be giving, forgiving, honest, loving, trusting, motivated, grateful, passionate, happy, efficient, brave, inspired, joyous, loyal, selfless, proactive, diligent, kind, creative, responsible, supportive, confident, and peaceful. Just something to keep in mind as you try to I find that if I keep an eye on my energetic state and oh wait, how am I feeling? And if I feel like one of those bad things, I'm going to do something to turn my shit around. Because I think when you actually, that's the next picture I'm going to show, is once you're in a place mentally,
it's like a spider web. It's hard to get out.
It's like a spiral. So you can get into like a downward spiral. This is actually a really famous thing. You can get into a downward spiral and upward spiral, right? So when you start to get bored or pessimistic, frustrated, overwhelmed, disappointed, feel doubtful, worried, blamed, discouraged, angry, vengeful, hatred, rageful, and jealous, and insecure, and fearful, and grieving, then you got to turn it around, and you'll have, you'll feel a little bit better. You might even feel joy.
Joy
to the world.
Sunshine.
Can you mix joy to the world and joy and pain? Is there a mashup of that?
There should be.
Well, find it for me. And then I think I might have had one more. Let's see.
So we talked about space orgies.
Dude, tonight's been a full night, but we did not at no point did we talk about you shooting milk up your ass with a super soaker, which we've talked about before.
No.
We was very little tapeworm conversation tonight.
What? Nobody has a tapeworm that we know.
I don't know. We really haven't even talked about our own sex life. We talk about that constantly. I haven't whipped a titty out. I did that last night. You never know what you're going to get here, boys and girls.
Don't know.
And then here's just one other that I thought was interesting, was the illusion of free choice. Which I probably should have shared this on Super Tuesday. It's left or right, but you're all going to the slaughterhouse. We have an illusion of choice. It's like, what do you tell your kids? You're going to bed and you got to brush your teeth. You're going to brush your teeth, or you're going to take a bath and you're going to brush your teeth. You're going to brush your teeth before or after your bath. You feel like you have a choice, but do you really? No. Now, your parents will sell you on the internet if you don't do what the fuck they told you to do. So, just remember, you have a choice every night. You could watch some mindless television show
with the swingers or naked people
a million times. You could watch some fucking fake ass shit, or you could come to the realest podcast on the internet.
That's what somebody said. This was real.
Genuinely want to hear what you have to say. We genuinely want to hear what you think. We genuinely want to hear your opinions. We want you to be a part of the show. So, we hope you come back. And if you don't, go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Go fuck
sideways.
Yourself. But if you come back, we love you.
Okay.
Anyway, we at the end of the night, every night we do gratitude. And so the first thing we're grateful for, that we're always grateful for, is the people that support the podcast. Thank you to Pam, Todd, Michelle, Daniel, Tracy, Donna,
Little Tommy
Milmore, Nora, Steven. Thank you guys. Daniel, I already got, I think. Donna, I got. Anybody I forgot, I'm so sorry. It's because I'm a terrible person and kind of stupid. Little Tommy Milmore, Steve Gerber, we got. Thank you guys so much for supporting our podcast. And the 27 other of you that are out there, we really appreciate you. And if y'all want to follow us on the socials, we're everywhere. Insta, TikTok,
just watch your
YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, we're everywhere. Do things with us, and we'll do things with you, and it'll be fun. I'm also grateful that it's not too hot yet, because soon in Florida, it's pretty soon sticky. We're gonna be in that fucking pool.
Yeah.
I'm grateful that I'm grateful for cannabis. I wouldn't have gotten through today without it. I'm grateful for all the help you gave me today. Y'all, I was not feeling well. Doug had to make me a whole shitload of snacks. We were going to try to order Culver's, but there's like nothing I can eat there.
It's delicious, by the way, Culver's.
It is. But I was trying to save him from having to make dinner. So we had cauliflower pizza from Costco.
Cauliflower pizza was delicious.
I'm grateful for Costco and for cauliflower pizza. I'm grateful for Doug bringing me the foot rubber thing and cannabis and
foot
snacks
rubber.
And just putting up with me in general today. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm grateful that I get to chat with my little friend Christina today. Grateful that I get to chat with my little friend Zach today. I'm grateful
that
for
the
Smut
new,
TV.
That the new episode of Love After Blind.
Oh, we watched Love is Blind.
There was this was like where they get married and stuff.
I won't tell you what it was.
Don't tell.
But I opened my fucking phone to a spoiler this morning. So one of them that I would have been hanging on the edge of my seat for. I knew the answer right away because some fucking idiot TV show spoiled it. But maybe we'll talk about it on Friday. Yeah. But we'll warn you if we do.
So wait, is that the end? Or they're gonna have
like a reunion. Yeah. They'll be like, yeah, you're a whore.
I was like, what happened to these people?
Whatever. They're gonna have a bunch of shit.
I hope there's like they throw spaghetti at each other and stuff. It'll be fun.
Tracy says, I'm grateful for the good topics tonight. I'm so thankful for the delicious dinner tonight. Oh, I made that. I'm thankful for coconut water. I'm thankful for clocks springing ahead this weekend.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't really know what that means with the time. I think that means that the sun's going to be up later. So people make it to sunset on the podcast.
It's going to be later.
When the sun sets on the podcast, it's really pretty. And then I don't like coconut water.
I love it. Although Nolan did describe it as tasting like it's already been in somebody's mouth, which is hysterical. But I love it. I think it's great. And it's a great source of potassium.
We still haven't listened to the clips he sent us. We got new clips. All right. What do you got? What are you grateful for?
I'm grateful for that. Well, you covered a lot of them. That easy and quick and delicious dinner. Also,
they were calling me easy, quick, and delicious.
Oh, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Take your pick. Yeah, I don't think you're easy. I don't think you're an easy lady.
I blew you on the third date in the Bass Pro Shop parking lot and then fucked you. It might be easy.
Okay, so maybe you were a little easy. Well, I am a good-looking man. It's hard to resist me.
In my defense, he kept putting his hand up my skirt.
Well, in my defense, I'm driving this cool-ass European...
a Volvo.
Yeah.
We've had 3 of them, the exact same car. He keeps crashing them.
That's why he only drives to Publix now. People crash, whatever. But I've had this one for 7 years now, and it's 15 years old. So
he wants to have a quinceañera.
I want to have a quinceañera for my Swedish car.
And our mechanic is Puerto Rican, so Doug wants him to come. So
yeah, because I need some Authentico. Yeah, that's what I need.
It's just not
so what else am I grateful for? I'm grateful for not going to a bad place today. I was kind of like just really antsy today.
You were packing your bags.
I was really antsy.
He packed his bag to go to the bad place.
In the spiral.
Well, you caught yourself.
I'm still kind of but I'm looking forward to a good night's sleep. Tomorrow's Friday. The whole world changes. Yes, tomorrow's Friday.
Oh, we're planning on winning Powerball on Friday night.
We're going to win Powerball.
And then we're going to have to cancel the podcast. Sorry.
Yeah, because then people won't know where know where we are because
we're going to have to be in an undisclosed location.
Parts unknown.
Yeah, you know what? I don't think going to an undisclosed location has worked out very well for people. They end up on a list.
They end up at some embassy in Chile.
I'd like to end up in an embassy in Chile. I was more concerned about a certain island. Tracy says, correct. The sun will set later. So are you feeling the gratitude in your body?
Yes, I am.
Where do you feel it?
I feel it all over.
In your balls?
I can feel it all over.
Do you feel gratitude in your balls?
My balls?
Yes.
No, that is not a place where I feel gratitude.
You should try harder.
I feel gratitude after the balls have been empty. Then I'm grateful for having them emptied.
We will see.
So there you go.
We will see.
That is as real as you're going to get on the internet, people.
What? That your balls being empty?
I'm telling you. I don't think other podcasts talk about that stuff.
I think other podcasts do talk about this, but they're on OnlyFans making money instead of doing this like us. All right. Anyway, we want to thank everybody who came once again. We'll be back tomorrow night, 8 p.m. till whenever. And then we take the weekend off, and then we'll see you on Monday.
And Tracy feels gratitude as butterflies in her belly. That's nice.
Aww.
I feel love.
I feel a burning in my loins, but I kind of have that anyway. I think I might have a disease.
Burning in your loins. Well, you certainly have a room full of tinctures, supplements.
I have one that,
homeopathic
Bunny
stuff.
XO, wife of Jelly Roll. Today is the 1-year anniversary of her
leaving the sex trade,
retiring from sex work, and not that there's anything wrong with that.
It's only 7 months for me.
But congratulations to Bunny and to Jelly Roll and all their success. They are pretty fucking real. I love that about them. I aspire to one day be them.
I wish everybody was that real. You know, like, hey, so what? You know, like they are so unapologetic. I mean, obviously, it's when you're riding the wave that he's waving, riding, it's kind of easy to like kind of be proud of what you're doing. But it seemed like they just are proud of it.
Here's the thing: is I was a Jelly Roll fan before Jelly Roll was Jelly Roll, like back when he was a rapper, and I love all of his music. But what was my point? I liked him back before he was like super popular. But like, I just think that they're like real. And I think one day your record, Doug's finishing up a record right now. And like I said, the theme song to our podcast, Doug wrote and performed. It's going to go viral and we're going to be the new Jelly and Bunny Roll. Jelly Roll and Bunny and their beautiful family. So anyway, and they make their family their whole family is involved in the business, which, you know, we've already got the boys involved in the podcast. So we're copying y'all.
So what we could do is leave you with a little sample of Perfectville off my new album. Good night, guys.
Good night.